We're on the Upper Peninsula. We made it
Good deal.
to the
This is
Upper
our exit,
Peninsula.
344.
St. Ignace.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
So we just checked out of our second place, was it? Yeah, our second place in Traverse City. It was the Holiday Park Campground, and it was really great. It was like a really good way for us to start our trip. And now we are driving. We've chosen to take Route 31 up to the Upper Peninsula, to St. Ignace, and it's gorgeous. So we're hoping that it's not a mistake. Our GPS wants to take us through the middle of the state, but we're trying to see if this will work out okay.
It's so pretty though.
We
Look
hope
at the
so.
water in the back. There's those boats and stuff.
Yeah, so we're driving beside Lake Michigan right now, on our way up to Tiki RV Park, and yeah, we're hoping that it's a good choice. So it's really pretty. We see that, which we're excited about. There's a little roadside park. You see some other RVs over there stopped to
There's a lot of RVs
partake.
in this area. Tons and tons of RVs over here.
Yeah, this area right here, this part of Traverse City, I guess we're still in, is kind of busy, kind of packed out, but we're hoping to get some diesel here in a second and head on up. We're gonna cross the Mackinaw Bridge today, which is a 5-mile long bridge. We have to pay a toll. I'm a little nervous about that. I think it's gonna be fun.
Nervous about what? Driving off the bridge? It's not gonna happen.
He's rarely nervous. So anyway, it should be fun.
We'll
take-
go with it. We'll go with
We'll
the
let you guys
person.
see the view as we go. So on Monday, they do a walk across this bridge, and we're gonna be here, and we're gonna do it. I don't know if we're gonna go all the way across because you have to start at a certain time and finish at a certain time, and there's no
Last
ride
year.
back.
This is still a lake. Can you guys believe this?
We're gonna walk over.
Yes.
This is the largest body of fresh water in the world.
All right, so Joseph, how are you feeling driving across this bridge?
It's good now that we're about to be on land again. It's just like when you're over water with a big rig, it's just, you feel so vulnerable. It's like, oh my goodness. Anyway,
What crumble?
straight all
What
over
crumble?
anyone.
Okay, all right, we're gonna go through the toll. So you pay a toll,
crumble hand?
$5 per axle,
It was this
apparently. We have 4
And it
axles,
was
I think,
bad.
so.
And one time it got so windy that the brakes.
Whoa. Okay.
Got it.
See my arm?
Get my
It
wallet.
went like this.
Fancy
The
dancy
guy
wallet.
who died on it and said, uh-oh. And as soon as he was, and he ran off the bridge. As soon as he was off, the bridge went boom, boom.
Howdy.
Broke in half.
$8? Okay, here you go. I thought it was $5 an axle. Awesome. Thank you very much. Wait, you said $5 an axle.
I
Must
read
be
that today.
2, 4, 6, 8. It's $2 an axle.
Lucky day for us.
Yeah.
We're on the Upper Peninsula. We made it
Good deal.
to the
This is
Upper
our exit.
Peninsula.
344.
St. Ignace.
And the island that just Mackinac.
All right, now I turn it off.
There's no cars allowed.
It's true.
We're here in St. Ignace, and we are at Tiki RV Park and Campground. And come on, Nora, hop in. And we're gonna get backed up here. This is we'll check out the campground and let you know what we think so far. What I can see, no frills. It's just a place to put your camper and sleep. Although I'm sure these people have been coming here for decades. They just don't know what else is out there. All right, let's go set up. perfectly level. That feels good. First shot. Why are you pulling grass?
We're doing a track, so we know where we're going. Grass every hunt behind us.
Breadcrumb. I see. I see. You know where you've been.
I just don't want to be in like an enchanted forest, and I want to know where we're going so we don't get lost.
That's a clever thing to do. So we're driving out of the campground, and for a minute I forgot where we were, and then boom.
Boo, boo!
Look at that. Would you look at that? Guess whose birthday it is today?
Hi, it's mine.
Let's sing it. Happy birthday to you. Come on, sing along. Happy birthday to you. We are here at Moo Ice Cream. It is awesome ice cream. It's not just normal kind of run-of-the-mill Hershey's ice cream. It's actually legit custom ice cream. It's made up in Marquette. It's up in Marquette, which is in northern Michigan. So I got caramel, crunchy, what? Crunchy caramel pretzel. And it has pretzels, and it's awesome.
I got Blue Moon and Summer Celebration. I ordered Superman and Summer Celebration, but Blue Moon is in Superman, so it's like Superman. Superman.
Is that Superman or Monster Machine?
It's Blue Moon. And then,
Oh, you got Blue Moon. Okay.
and then I have Blue Moon.
Meg, what'd you get?
I got Michigan Pothole and Monster Cookie Crunch. Is that what I got? Yeah, maybe.
Michigan Pothole. Hey,
Got
what's
Blue
that?
Moon and Superman.
Blue Moon and Superman. So I would say in St. Ignace, this place is a must because it's really, really good ice cream. It's not just your normal run-of-the-mill Hershey ice cream. It's really good. And it's really colorful, and it's a nice little environment here. Plus, check out the view. Not bad, right? Not bad. So, all right, we'll see what we're up to next. I think we're gonna go check out this museum. No, you're fine. From 1893 to 1934, Mount Pleasant Indian Boarding School operated in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. There were over 300 students. And the thing is about this is that these students were forced. There were over 100,000 American Indian children forced from all over the U.S., including Michigan. There were 300 at this specific location, but they were forced into these boarding schools by the government. And upon arriving at the schools, they were stripped of their traditional clothing. They weren't allowed to see their families. They were completely separated from their families, and they were given civilized Christian names like John, and then they weren't allowed to speak their native language, and they were forced to learn to speak only English, and a lot of these things were in the Christian belief structure of instilling a fear of God with the intent of being civilized. I appreciate that these people are preserving this history and kind of like trying to show you know, this culture and stuff like
Well, I
that.
think it's important that we learn. We have to remember history so that
That's right.
we don't repeat it.
Yeah, that's right.
Ojibwa.
So, you want to tell us what you've learned and share with the class?
Maybe. I was just reading about the legend of Mackinaw. Sorry if I'm butchering the name. It's
That sounds
often
about right.
believed to mean the Great Turtle, which is a very important Ojibwe. I hope I'm not butchering that name either. Legend that tells the story of a great flood that covered the whole earth, and then afterwards, in the middle of the great expanse of water, the ground was recreated on the back of a great turtle, forming what is now known as Mackinac Island. But we found out that the French kept the silent C at the end, while the English chose to spell it more phonetically Mackinaw with a W.
So that's why
So
up north,
up here, it's Mackinaw with
Mackinac.
the C,
Interesting.
and down there
It's like the land
Mackinaw.
divide. I wonder if the bridge, like those two, like the names were already set, and then they created the bridge.
Well, because we
now you
kept
have,
seeing
like,
Mackinaw with
with
the
the
C
W and with the C.
and with the W, and we were like, is it Mackinac or is it Mackinaw? And some people couldn't give us an answer, but today the girl at the ice cream shop said it's all Mackinaw if you're from the area. One is with a C and one is with a W.
There you go.
Pretty interesting stuff.
There you go. So if you're visiting the area, it's all Mackinaw, okay? So don't call it Mackinac, or else they'll think you're a tourist.
So know you're from somewhere else.
Yeah, I said tourist. Tourist. Tourist.
Sure.
This is the Three Sisters Garden, where Indians would use plants as resources for other plants to grow. So first they would plant the corn, which is this long stalk here, and then the corn would grow into a long stalk that was stable enough, and then they would stable enough for the beans to wrap around, as they're pretty much like limb to grow up. And then so they would plant the beans, and then the swirly vine you see with all those things that look like snap peas is the beans. And then the beans would give nitrogen to the soil, which is good for squash. And then they would plant the squash. The squash would have all these leaves and would it would be a natural sunblock to keep the dirt from getting as dry and helping the plants grow better. And because it is so large, it would keep weeds from taking over the garden.
Hey Liam, what did you think of the museum?
I liked it. I wanted to buy something.
Yeah, you did. Well, there's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of wanting to buy stuff. All right, well, let's go to the.
Can I buy something?
I'll take you guys to the $2 store. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Now you got clothes on, son. You're going to get wet. You okay with that?
Yeah. How does this shoot water?
I don't know. It's happening! Time is currently 3:20, right? So Megan's standing on the date. There it goes, boom.
Alright, come on, girls.
Cold? All right, come on, let's go get your clothes on. Come on, let's move. Come on, bud. This is the cold walk back. We're getting dinner at BC Pizza. Somebody told me that this was the best pizza they've ever had. I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who you are. Some people are like, whatever. Each their personality. Mommy's more private, though I'm outgoing.
Okay, somebody told me this was the best pizza they'd ever had. What do you think, Liam? Is it the best pizza you've ever had? Today. What about you, Mommy? Best pizza?
No, but it's very good.
Where is the best pizza you've ever had?
Well, there's different kinds of pizza. So, like gourmet pizza, I really like Waterstone in our hometown. It's really, really good. And then La Villa.
That's true. Mike,
La Villa is like the best.
I mean, he's legit Italian.
Yeah,
he
it's
makes
like
good
the
pizza.
best. So both of those are in our hometown, and they are two of my favorite pizzas. I don't know if they're the best I've ever had, but I think they're probably the closest.
Would you say La Villa is better than this?
Yes.
This or La Villa?
I don't like the Villa as much. I'm kind of tied between Domino's and.
Really? So you don't
I mean,
think this
I
is
like
as good as Domino's?
Domino's.
I mean,
This is
you think,
I think I need
almost
some
as good as
cheese.
Domino's.
Do you have cheese in there?
probably.
But it's really good.
The kids saw this store earlier, and it said $2, and they were like, "It's a dollar
Let's
store.
do
It's a
it."
$2 store." And we were like,
North
"Cool."
Park, I like that one.
And then we went in there, and ends up it wasn't a $2 store. It was a buy one thing, and the next thing is $2 store. And there wasn't anything that they liked there. So we're in another store that's not a $2 store. So I sort of got myself into a mess here. Everything in here is expensive. Where's the nearest dollar store? Oh, there is a dollar store. After hanging out at the tourist store for a bit, I was like, I made a terrible mistake by telling the children that I would buy them something from the $2 store, or whatever, because nothing in there that they wanted was less than $6, $7, $8. So now we're going to the Family Dollar, which should have some reasonably priced things. All right, let's go.
A jewel set. A ribbon jewel set. The jewel set.
You want this?
Uh-huh. Can I see it? Cool.
You have to transfer that into a baggie instead of that thing, but yeah, that's fine.
That's what I would get. Or the makeup set.
What are you gonna get?
What is it? I love makeup. I don't.
You can get these two together. No, you can get, this already has handcuffs. So that right there would do your handcuff already. Look at that.